everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, it's W-O-R-I-M-I, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides and the universal energies. First little snippet today is I won't be on tomorrow. I'm actually going to go for a couple of hours drive to have take one of my oldest and dearest friends out to lunch tomorrow. So I'll be out practically all day. So, yeah, just be aware if anything. Oh, there's Bindi going to the water bowl. You know, when I say she's having a drink, yeah, that's the water bowl there. So just putting out there that I won't be on tomorrow unless something really, really urgent happens. Now, I want to thank everybody for sending me all their energy and strength in regards to my head cold. Literally gone. Eyelids are still a little bit red, but hey, nothing to worry about there. And I'm just going to ask a big favour. We've put an offer in on a block of land. Please, please, please send me all your strength and energy and say, yes, Libby and her husband are going to get that block of land. Okay, where do I start on a Wednesday? Well, no, now, you know, Taco's come out and delayed the tariffs. KKK Levitt has come out and said, the phone is ringing off the hook. Excuse me there. He's threatening to double the tariffs on Australian-made drugs and vaccines that we supply to the US. Our Prime Minister has come out and pointed out very clearly that the tariffs are only going to harm the people, the citizens of the United States, which is why it's so important that we shift to this we the people energy. We the energy people. Absolutely, we are the energy people. Now, apparently he's now, you know, come out and threatened to send weapons to Ukraine because he's upset with the Kremlin. I hope the Ukraine won't be holding their breath. They know what it's all about by now. And entertainment only, in case I forgot to say that. Okay, where do I want to start today? Goodness me. Oh, yes, apparently Ted Cruz, as it was in Greece when the Texas flood happened. Yeah, he seems to like his overseas holidays. Apparently he's racing home, but, you know, just kind of, you know, when the weather's not good in Texas, it smacks of ScoMo going to Hawaii with his, that was the Australian Prime Minister at the time, during the horrific bushfires that we had in, I think it was 1819, or was it 1920? Might have been 1920. Goodness me, doesn't the time fly? Yes, ScoMo fleeing with the family to Hawaii when Australia was literally burning. Okay, but where am I going to start? I'm actually going to start, I was told to grab this deck, the Mystical Manga. I do apologise, I don't have a box, but it's M-A-N-G-A, Mystical Manga cards, to have an ask on what's happening with the Epstein files. So let me put it out there that, again, KKK Levitt has come out alongside Bondi claiming that there's no client list. Okay, well, that's interesting considering it was submitted as part of the trial way back when Epps was arrested and Ghislaine Maxwell ended up in prison because of a client list. So we've got Patel of the FBI, Bondi of the DOJ coming out. There was no client list, there's no photos, we've all seen the photos for decades, even before AI existed. Now, what I'm really getting is that they're making these claims so that when the information actually does come out, because it will, they can claim that it's fake information. We've seen the client photographs or images of the client files, but this is so that they can double down and claim that the images are fake. Okay, interestingly enough, Leon Black. Who's Leon Black, you say? Apparently he's some Wall Street billionaire. Paid, and it is documented, paid Epstein $158 million for tax advice, I wonder what sort of tax advice that was, what he can write off. Tax advice plus 62 million for immunity while the Epstein case was going ahead. Now, I don't quite know how you can pay 62 million for immunity, but that's what's being reported. If you Google it, you'll find out. Interestingly enough, Leon Black, now, okay, so you've got the link between Leon Black, this Wall Street billionaire who's paid over 200, well, you know, what are we looking at? 120 million, no, $220 million all up that we publicly know about to try and cover up his name in regards to Epstein. His son Ben Black, is about to be confirmed as appointed by the felon and about to be confirmed as the head of the US Development Finance Corporation. Okay. Oh, just these convoluted, tangled webs. I'm just going to put it out there. Felon's purpose for being here at this time is to expose. Now, we would never have heard of Leon Black. I'm not talking about the other Leon. If it hadn't been for the felon appointing his son Ben for the position of head of US Development Financial Corporation. Now, this is a silver spoon, wouldn't have a clue about living paycheck to paycheck, being put in charge of big monies. Now, what I'm getting as I was thinking about this, no, you want those round the other way? Oh, man, you've got to listen to your guides. What I was getting when I was reading about this information is that Fleon, and if you're wondering who Fleon is, he's the Tesla SpaceX guy, and there's another link coming up in regards to Tesla and Fleon as well, and I'll do in a separate reading. Where was I going with that? Oh, Fleon is not going to mess around with releasing the Epstein files. He's actually really pissed. I get that he started this political party because he's really pissed, and it's just all about petty vindictiveness for him at the moment. He feels like he has absolutely been betrayed. He's one of these had a bad relationship with his dad, a really domineering mother, no friends, has to basically pay for women to have his children. So he thought the felon was a friend, and the felon has thrown him under the bus good and proper, and in the most publicly humiliating way for Fleon. So I want to have a look to see if Fleon's going to bring anything forward. But I've actually glancing down my page and seen more notes that I've come up with. El Salvador government has come out and said the immigrants in the horrific prison down there are under Trump's control, under the regime's control, not El Salvador's control. So there's contradiction come out there. There's also the claim of 90 deals have been made, but apparently it just turns out that 90 poorly written letters were sent out. So this is all part of the unraveling that is coming forward. These figures are being exposed, and the unraveling is happening as other entities and governments are calling him out on his lies. China's also come out, or should I say ByteDance's come out and said there's no sale of TikTok to Oracle, and I'm going to have a look at the Oracle in my next reading because that's really interesting as well. So every which way he turns, he's being outed as a liar and a thief and a betrayer. I've put something on my post section from Smart Elections, fabulous video. If you start at about the 6 minute, it's when they start getting into the explanation. Prior to that, it's just a lot of background and donation stuff. Okay, let's have a look. Fleon. And then I'm actually going to have a look at Leon Black because my eye keeps getting drawn even though I've scribbled it little. So let's have a look. 10 minutes in and I've haven't even drawn a card, but let's have a look. Entertainment only. Fleon, the King of Cups. Well, this is my We the People card, but it can also be a Fleon card. Fleon is, I believe, a Cancer, double Cancer, if I remember correctly. He does have Leo in there somewhere, which is the narcissism, from what I understand, but I think he's a double Cancer, if I remember correctly, or a double water sign anyhow. So here's Fleon himself offering something, but he's also emotionally putting it out there. Okay, I keep getting that he's going to have this psychotic breakdown at some stage, but come on, Fleon, we need you to stay strong until you've exposed all this. So here's Fleon, the King of Cups, walking away, emotionally walking away in emotional disappointment and disgust and just emotionally walking away. Okay. Setting out on a new journey. So this figure here is setting out on this journey to go upstairs. Now, stairs mean actions that need to be or will be taken as you set out on the new path and the path that you are meant to be on. So he's going to be taking some actions here. So I am asking about Fleon and the Epstein files. Thigh deep in the swamp. I think he's got the information. The two swords here. The swords themselves aren't crossed. The arms are crossed. So he's thigh deep in this swamp. Got his eyes shut at the moment and his arms protectively across himself. I think he's trying to work out some sort of deal that he can do. I think he's got the information. Swords are about truth and strategy. You've got the dark clouds here, the sun trying to come through, trying to illuminate. I'm going to say Fleon knows. Fleon knows and has the information, which is why Bondi is scrambling and making these claims, despite having previously said that she had the documents on her desk. These wild claims of there's nothing to see here, so that they can make accusations of anything that comes out as being fake. Okay, in the past, the sword of truth that can pierce the crown. Now, I don't see the felon, the orange twerp, sadly being held accountable in this life. Wouldn't want to be doing his life review when he crosses over. That's I'll be there for Cash Peters for that one. Speaking of Cash Peters, I've got this mug today. Something amazing is going to happen to me. Yes, please. So Fleon's got the truth. He's got the documentations. He's working out the strategy that will still protect him. I don't think Fleon was involved with Epstein. I'm not getting that. That's not the way he jams. He may have met Epstein, but he wasn't involved in the young girls and young boys. That's not the way Fleon rolls at all. He's very much about daddy approval via net worth type energy that he's still not getting. I think Fleon's got it in the past. Crowning this reading, holding the documentation close to his chest. Now, Laurie from Way of Positive Change reads Pentacles on many levels. They can be health, they can be wealth, they can be, when I'm talking about elections, they can be votes, but she also reads them as documents. I think he's sitting on the documents. Oh, what I was saying is I don't think the orange twerp will ever be held accountable. Speaking of orange, I think he's sitting on the documents in regards to the orange twerp and others. I don't think the orange twerp will be held accountable. I've never seen him in jail. I do see him trapped within his own body for a period of time, which will be satisfying enough. One shouldn't go into that sort of energy, but those around him and those that the orange twerp reveal will be held accountable. And boy, oh boy, are there a lot that are probably wishing that they were kept in the shadows that are coming out. Okay, including Leon Black and his son Benjamin. Okay, so sitting on them, and then we have the Knight of Cups. The information being brought forward. I think Fleon's going to I think he's going to reveal it. We've then in the external position, the Star card, being the star, but also bringing hope, healing, hope and healing. Pouring this water. Now, she's not pouring water onto land and water. She's just pouring it into the water. And waters are about emotions. Okay, internally, strength. Isn't it? These times are making really odd bedfellows. It's a bit sad that we're barracking for an Iranian fatwa and Fleon. It's just what? Anyhow, so internally, going into battle in strength. Okay, got the orange one chained here. Hopes and fears. The Chariot, movement forward. This is my removal from government or removal of the regime card as well, the hopes and fears. This is about the military stepping in and removing the regime. And if you're wondering what the process is, there is actually a process that I've put in my post section several times, that Biden signed, changed a little bit and signed into confirmation that has not been overridden by the orange twerp that we are aware of if the elections are proven to be fraudulent, the military can step in. Because, you know, I know the usual progression would be the president, the vice president, the House Speaker, the Senate Speaker, the blah, 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 blah. No, there is actually a document out there that states, and signed by Biden, that if the elections are proven to be stolen and fraudulent, the military can step in. So this is my removal of the regime card. Okay, the outcome. The Knight of Swords, harsh truth, knights, truth, truth, truth. The Knight of Swords bringing forth the truth about partnerships and agreements. And the Queen of Wands. Okay, thank you. I hate the word. It's information about prostitution, basically. And prostitution, which, you know, the oldest trade in history, nothing wrong with it if it's the choice of the male or female, but if it's not the choice. I don't have a child trafficking card. We've got here having to defend oneself against the information that comes out, that's going to come out really quickly and can't grab a hold of it. This could also be Bondi herself. I do normally have her as the Queen of Swords if I'm talking about her, so I'm not sure who this woman is. But I think it's the truth coming out about contracts and agreements or partnerships. Oh, is this Ghislaine? Could be Ghislaine. And defending against the verbal attacks, the information cannot be held back. There is dark money that is involved that's going to get exposed. And it's about seeing the steal, the betrayal, the lies, the deceit by these moneyed men. I'm just going to say moneyed men. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think Epps is going to, Fleon is going to release. He's going to be so furious. He's not operating, because he's been shunned. He's been shunned by the tech bros. He's been shunned because he teed up with the orange twerp. Now he's been shunned by the orange twerp, and threatened. I really get that Fleon has no more F's to give. Okay. So I'll grab my yes, no cards. Is Fleon, there's 12 yes, there's 12 no's, and 2 blanks. Is Elon Musk going to release no, no, and no? Okay, so Elon not directly. Is Elon going to get somebody else to release blank? I know that was a no, but Denise is telling me to stick to one. Blank. Is Elon Musk going to give the information to somebody else to release? No, I'm getting a no. Why am I getting that it gets released then? In the cards. Why are the cards and guides telling me yes, but the yes, no cards are telling me no? Okay, I'm going to ask. Show me, why am I getting this disparity? Keeping things under wraps and stabbing in the back and ending. Is he going to privately threaten? Oh, because I'm not asking specific enough. That's why they're telling me. Okay. Because then we've got the Ace of Swords and this stabbing in the back. So, and Judgment. So I'm not getting, okay, thank you, because I'm not asking specifically enough. Is Fleon going to be behind any of the Epstein files coming out? Is Fleon going to be behind any of the Epstein files coming out? The Sun, the Tower, the Knight of Cups, and the Moon. Yes, 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 yes. They're all yes cards, but it may come out in a direction that we don't expect. There's the Star, yes. Queen of Cups, trying to keep a lid on things. And then my Three of Wands, overseas. Information coming in from overseas. So yes, 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 cards. Yeah, it's going to come out, I think, from a direction that we don't expect. Full illumination with the Sun, Tower moment, Knight of Cups, bringing forward the information, the Moon, secrets being revealed, again, thigh deep in the swamp, the Star card, the Queen of Cups, and the Three of Wands, information coming from overseas. I think he's got it, but it's going to come from a direction we don't expect. We've got on the bottom the Seven of Wands, defending oneself, the Magician, manipulation, The Five of Swords, win at any cost, petty vindictiveness. We've then got money, circles of support, and strength. And then we've got flee on, betrayal, and a money trail. I don't know if he's talking to somebody or he's just passed it on. I think he's going to say it wasn't me and manipulating, but absolutely it was him, because he's got no more F's to give. This is the giving and receiving of help, but it can also be handing out the money. The circles of support, about the circles of support, and the strength. And then we've got flee on, the betrayal, and a money trail. We've got the Nine of Cups, be careful what you wish for. Can be wish fulfillment, but this is also, if you look at it, it's very cloudy, smoky, mirrory type energy, not liking what's on offer. But then we've got the Queen of Swords. Somebody, I think he doesn't want to bring it out himself, but he's setting somebody else up to do it, is what I'm getting there. Possibly someone from overseas, from outside the country. So don't be surprised if it comes from an unexpected angle. Let's have a look at Leon Black. Leon Black has now been ousted of having paid $220 million in regards to Epstein for tax advice and immunity from prosecution. Now, why would one need immunity from prosecution if one wasn't guilty of something? So, that really smacks. Really smacks of, and now Benjamin's been offered this government gig, his son. What do we need to know about? Right, this actually popped out while I was shuffling, and I put it back in again because I didn't understand it. Queen of Coins, keeping information about money secret potentially. It's also my Homeland Security card, but it's about, because for me, Queens are internally doing, so internal financial transactions perhaps, whereas Kings are external action that is taken. Challenged by the Two of Wands, which is, well, it could be information coming from overseas, but it's also, he's holding the world in his card. So this is some sort of to be honest, what's going to come out is this is a worldwide operation. And two of Wands for me is about planning something on a worldwide basis. Planning, what's he planning? Let's see where this goes. Leon Black. The Nine, okay, putting up boundaries, defences. He may be leaving the United States and going to safe haven with the Nine of Wands. Putting up boundaries, putting up defences. Because we've got the Ten of Wands here. A lot of Wands energy. It's not money energy, it's Wands energy. Because in the past with the Ten of Wands, the messaging that's coming out is too much. This is one that wants to stay in the shadows. I think he's looking overseas for somewhere to remove himself to. Do not be surprised if he turns up in somewhere like Saudi Arabia. So Leon Black, I don't even know if he's, because there are secrets that are coming out and have come out. There are secrets that have come out. Again, I'm going to say the whole purpose of the Orange Twerp's regime and purpose of being here on this planet now is to expose everything. And I'm talking about everything. These are these shadowy figures that have been flying under the radar for all their 70, 80 years of life or whatever it is, and doing these nefarious acts. And now they are being exposed, and history will remember them. So these secrets, he is thigh deep in this swamp. It is closing in. If you have a look at these buildings at the side, the situation is the secrets are closing in on him and being revealed. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, the Four of Pentacles, desperately trying to hold on, insecurity. I wouldn't say financial insecurity. I mean, he's pretty, wealthy, but trying to keep things concealed while the Orange Twerp is exposing everything, the orange in the background. Okay. Externally finding himself legally and strategically restricted. Look at the around the neck. I'm not going to say the word, the NOOSE word around the neck. He might find himself in some legal hot water, but again, it's closing in on him. Internally, the Knight of Wands. So this is Eight of Swords for those that are listening, and then we've got the externally and internally the Knight of Wands. Again, making a plan, moving forward with a plan, but it's also my bringing forth of volatile information card as well because of the fiery energy. Hopes and fears, trying to keep a lid on everything. It's like, what the are you doing? What? The fact that Ben Black is being nominated, because Leon Black and the Orange Twerp have known each other practically their entire lives. I mean, these people know each other. Probably met over a massage table with some 12-year-old girls or something. I'm just, ugh. They've known each other forever. I'm wondering if he's cheesed that the Orange Twerp put Ben Black up for this position, because it's put Leon in the spotlight. So the hopes and fears, trying to keep a lid on everything, trying to keep everything contained. The outcome, the dark money with the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the all-seeing eyes up here in regards to the lies and deceit and betrayal and stealing. And then we've got the Fool, the foolishness. The foolishness. He may, Two of Pentacles, he may do not be surprised if he pops up overseas somewhere. Desperate. I think he's sending his money out of the country in preparation of going, is what I'm getting from this card. But I think it might be being tracked. I'll have to ask. It's similar to in Australia. Just recently, I read about 2 days ago about a superannuation fund. Now, superannuation funds are the same as the 401ks. They're the retirement funds that we put into. The money gets invested, and we have it for our retirement. There's a superannuation fund management fund that had, I think, $500 million in it or something along those lines, where it's been revealed that the guy that was running it stole the money. Now, what's happened is that they've managed the Australian Federal Police, or whoever it is that's investigating ASIC, whoever's investigating has found that he has sent 223 million of that into offshore accounts, which they don't think they'll be able to get back. So basically, the people that invested in that fund have lost everything. He's been arrested. His assets have been seized. They won't come anywhere close to covering what was stolen. But I'm just getting this as the money being sent over, attempting to send the money overseas. I don't think he's going to. I think it's being traced and perhaps intercepted. We've got here the four of cups, not liking the options that are available to him, as we've got the throwing under the bus, the 5 of wands, the throwing under the bus card. As you've got the star and the knight of coins. The star, is this the mercenary, or is this bringing information forward about the money? Because I'm wondering whether the orange twerp has done this to try and remain the star. We've got the high priestess, the secrets being revealed, and we've got the 5 of cups, the attempt to get away, but unable to. We've got the Queen of Swords, we've got the Ace of Swords. Prosecution, we've got the Devil, and we've got the World. Tied himself to the Devil. End coming. 10 of Swords, end coming. 4 of Swords. Is he going to fall out of a window? Potentially, or is he going to, is the noose tightening going to get too much, and he's going to, because then we've got the Ace of Cups and the Tower. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't think this is going to end well for Leon Black. Or that's why I keep saying, or like we would never have heard of Leon Black without the orange twerp. And it's not going to end well for him. So I'm just going to have a quick look. How's this going to go for Bondi, Pam Bondi? Do I just leave it there? 10 of Swords. It's not going to end well for Pam Bondi. If I go on the bottom, we've got the 8 of Cups, the walking away. We've got the Emperor walking away from the Emperor. The strength is waning. The false victory, the nightmare for her. Yeah. Just know, not going to end well for any of them. So going to leave it there at 38 minutes. Thank you for joining me. I shall catch you shortly. Bye-bye.